Dum, 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 dum,
Space between, space between.
Yeah. Listen, this is our second time doing this. I gotta shout out Steve Wisnowski. Steve was our guest on episode 50. Okay, he I was gonna start this episode with a little roast of Steve, but he texted me because he was watching. He said, "No sound, dude."
2 words. He said, no sound.
Damn, Steve.
I need to brush my teeth. I burnt my tongue.
God.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
You get out of here. Steve, thank you for that. To start over, listen. This is the Space Between podcast, where we talk about the space between life and art, passion and business, what's happening now, and what's happening next. I'm Pat Shand. Amy Shand is brushing her teeth. She's brushing those dirty molars, you know? So yeah, real big shout to Steve. Steve saved our ass, you know, because it would have probably happened eventually, you know, so I don't want to give too much credit to Steve, but the comments load on the side here real slow. And fuck, thanks, Steve. Though, what I was going to say when we were first doing the podcast is in the first live stream. First of all, now you can say your name.
Oh, you didn't introduce me?
Oh, I did.
I'm Amy Shand.
I did, but you weren't here, you know?
I'm here now.
Steve not texted me. Steve wrote in the live stream, he wrote the word pancho, okay? Now, I'm going to get into a bit of the etymology of pancho, okay? It derives from the insult, which is, I believe, in the Pakistani language, okay? The insult is benchot, okay? And that, to my knowledge, what I was taught by my math professor, Mr. Khan, means sister fucker. And we've been saying that for years now. Mm-hmm. And we kind of bastardized it into pancho, you know, because we American.
Because that's how you pronounce it.
Exactly.
That's how it sounds when you say it.
Yeah, because like that P, like our B's are kind of like, you know, boisterous, boy. They don't really pop.
They're more bubbly.
They bubble up and then pop. The P pops as soon as it leaves your mouth. Pancho, you know? But like pancho, it's so close that we just, you know, we went with that P.
Right.
And you know all about going with that P.
Excuse me?
So how are you doing today?
Good. I have a quick story to share.
Okay.
About how one rude customer at 6 a.m. can make my heart race so fast that I had to go do 10 push-ups in the back.
Oh,
in order
shit.
To go on with my life.
I don't know the story yet.
Nope.
Oh, and also we have Steve in the comments here. He says you'd be nothing without me. Speaking of rude customers. Damn.
That's hilarious.
All right,
Okay,
so go for it.
This morning I opened, which means I had to be there at 4:30 in the morning. So the 2 ladies that I open with are super pleasant, you know, soft-spoken. Like, I'm loud in the afternoon and stuff once I get going, and I'm, like, funny. I like to be loud and make jokes and shit, but in the morning, I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Right? I'm waking up still.
Yeah.
So this is, like, the first customer that I have to deal with because my friend has to go on her break, so I have to cover her position right quick, when usually I like to do what the fuck I want to do, which is, like, you know, stock, clean, make mochas, make some drinks, whatever. But, okay, I have to take some orders. I have to, you know, no problem. So, it's quiet as shit outside. There's nothing going on. There's no traffic. There's not even, like, birds. It's silent. Lady,
no birds?
Not that's, like, gonna be in the way of this lady hearing me say,
oh, okay.
Good morning, what can I get for you?
So crystal clear, you know?
Clear and quiet
Okay.
and sweet. And without even skipping a beat, this lady, in her, like this loud, nasally, annoying voice that pissed me off so
picturing
bad,
it right now, yeah.
goes, your volume is very low. First of all, what the fuck else would I say after you pull up besides, what can I get for you? Why don't you just start ordering?
Yeah.
Then I'm so pissed off that I go, all right, still, what can I get for you?
Yeah.
And then she orders, and I yell it back to her as loud as I can.
Yeah, you would.
The whole store is empty, and my shift supervisor, like, looks over, like, notices what's going. She doesn't care, though. I'm like, okay, a venti chai and a butter croissant warmed up. Anything else?
Damn.
Fucking loud.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. Okay, 7:25. See you at the window.
Damn, she took you from 0 to 100.
Yes. My heart was racing. Because, like, I don't know. I was so chill. Everything was so good. And she pissed me off so bad.
Did you see her at the window or no?
Oh, hell yeah. She pulls up. She has exact change. I go, cool, you have change? She goes, yup. Close the window. Wait till all of her stuff's ready. Give it to her silently.
Yeah.
Close the window.
What was she like physically?
Fat.
That's it?
That's all that you need to know.
What was going on with like her hair, her age? Can I guess her age?
Yes.
33.
No, she was probably like 45.
Oh, okay.
Older.
Yeah, to me, like, no offense to the older folks here, but like, when you hit 38, you stop saying yup.
Yup.
Yeah, you can't say yup when you're 38, dude,
Ooh.
Like, 38th birthday, you're done.
So after she leaves, I go to my shift supervisor. I go, way to piss me off super early in the morning.
Yeah.
She goes, I know, that lady was so rude. She's like, obviously you're saying, like, what can I get for you? And I'm like, yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, and I have anger problems, so now my hands are shaking.
Right.
And it's not even like that. It's not like she was like, fuck you. But, like, it's like, come on. So I had to just go in the back and do 10 push-ups.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was, I might be shaking too, because it was a confrontation and you engaged back, like.
I always do.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's not true. You sometimes try to diffuse it. Like, they're imagine I died on this podcast,
Are you okay?
Yeah. It just, like, that went really quickly from a cough to, oh, there's a piece of potato skin in my throat, you know?
Dinner.
All right, so watch this. Damn, what was I even saying? Oh, yeah, confrontations. Mm-hmm. That near-death experience really threw me off. I'm just spraying you down, too. You've been in situations, right, where someone's being aggressive toward you, and you get ultra calm, right? And you make them feel foolish. You've done that.
I like to be able to do that, but usually I don't think of that shit until after they leave.
Yeah. You've done a thing where, like, they'll start aggressive and you'll meet them or go above them, and then it'll just be a confrontation. Mm-hmm. Or you've done the thing where the person who you're in the confrontation with doesn't know that they fucked up and you're really angry,
Mm-hmm. Like, because
yeah.
I have a friend at work, Deasia, and I want to have her on the podcast because her and her best friend have like a lifestyle blog and stuff on Instagram. But I always envy her at work and other people too, because I feel like, I don't know why, it doesn't matter what people say. Sometimes I just work so hard. I like feel their vibes so much. So, and then other people can ignore it. Like, I've seen Deasia be berated at work for no reason by customers about like how long it's taking, about things that have nothing to do with her. And she literally will stand there and go, okay. Like that.
Damn,
I cannot do that.
She just takes it.
Yeah, because she's professional, more so than I am, I guess. And like, she just doesn't give a fuck. Like, she's like, whatever, like they're gonna be gone. I can't think that. I think like, how dare you treat another human, especially me, that way for no reason. So I have to like defend myself and other people around sometimes. And sometimes it's over the top, but in the moment, I never feel like it's over the top because they're the ones that always start it. I never, ever at work, even if I'm irritated, once it's a new customer, I have the same tone of voice. What can I get for you? I try not to be rude, whatever. It's always like when they say something or assume something about me or I can feel negative energy is when I just like go off and I can't not. So I don't know why that's how I guess I'm just more like sensitive than others.
Well, I have two things to say about all this. The first thing is that she did start the conversation, right? Like say she strolled through, right? Say she had a bit of a hearing problem.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if that were the case, she would have been more like, hey, I can't really hear you. Can you repeat that? Mm-hmm. And if she had said that, maybe you would have been annoyed, but you probably wouldn't have been as aggressive.
Yeah, like any other choice of words. And plus, my volume wasn't low. There's no such thing as putting it down on the speaker box.
Word.
Like, I just literally was just talking at like a regular level.
Yeah.
And every customer before her, like I helped 5 people before her in that 10-minute span or whatever. And none of them had a problem.
Yeah.
So I didn't get it. She's just rude.
The second thing I have to say is this. Is there a breakfast more bitch ass than a 1 butter croissant?
Definitely not.
Come on, you know? Come on!
The other day,
Come on,
speaking
you know?
of Starbucks breakfast, this guy at work made something that he has titled a bougie bagel.
Oh, shit.
He takes a multigrain bagel,
Yeah.
toasts it.
Avocado spread for sure, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Avocado
yeah,
spread.
of course.
Salt and pepper. And then he orders the egg white bites, cuts them up, and puts them on the toast. Egg white and bell pepper, avocado, salt and pepper, and toast. If you didn't work there,
Fuck.
it would be like an $8 breakfast, which is still pretty good for a hearty breakfast, but it's only like $1.20.
I mean, because he works there.
Yeah.
Listen, if he didn't work there and he ordered that, dude, I have problems with people who order bagels from Starbucks who live on Long Island.
Especially here. Yeah, because the bagels on Long Island are so
Fuck.
good and it's right down the street, the bagel place. There's one like in every shopping center here.
Obviously he goes wrong in many places, but where Trump goes wrong, right? He should build a wall around those people. Like, take the people who order bagels from Starbucks and build a wall around them, you know? And then all the problems are solved, you know? He got what he wanted, right? He just wants to do something crazy. Do it to them, those motherfuckers, you know? We have comments in the chat from Randall Begins. Randall says, got off work, gonna rush home so I can watch and chime in. Hang tight. You know, imagine we waited for him, you know? We have a comment from Francesco Olivieri. Says, Eviva from Italy. Hello. Hey, what's going on? All right, so... I have 2 things to talk about today, okay? One, I'll talk about a milestone in my career that happened recently. And I didn't really realize that it was a milestone because I knew it was coming. And then when I got it, I was looking at it like, damn, because of the logo, okay? So, I can't say what it is yet.
Okay.
But I was working and I finished this project for Scholastic. And I had previously worked with Scholastic in a very tangential way. And I actually thought that it was going to be more. Like, it's a weird thing. But my creator-owned comic with Sarah Dill, Family Pets, it was published by Zenoscope's kids imprint, Silver Dragon Press. And it was picked up by Scholastic to be put into their book fairs. And what I thought was that it was going to be reprinted as a Scholastic book. But really, they funded the original print run, and Zenoscope just gave them so many of the books to put in those fairs.
Okay.
And they just cut me and Sarah a check, and that's how that book made money, and wouldn't have otherwise, because Zenoscope was just going to put it out digitally.
Okay.
So that was my first experience with Scholastic that I didn't realize until like a year later. I was like, oh, it's not coming, you know. It already existed, and that's what it was. And that was not disappointing because I'm just grateful that it exists.
Right.
But I wanted a book with the little Scholastic tab on it, and now I'm doing this freelance book with Scholastic. And let me just break this down for you. I grew up. I mean, what made me want to write was reading Goosebumps as a kid, and Goosebumps, if you know, you know. It has that little red logo with the open book.
Bar.
That little bar, you know? That little red bar in the open book. that little open white book.
I can picture it now.
Scholastic. So I've seen that logo growing up my whole life, and I've said this on the podcast many times before. But my dream as a kid, and what I felt I deserved, was that when R.L. Stine died, that I would inherit the right to keep writing Goosebumps. So I was I was that Scholastic son, okay? And let me tell you what I got in the mail.
Ooh.
I got a check from Scholastic, my first one. The logo on the thing. Dude, I got that R.L. Stub, you know?
Nice. It was stamped with the Scholastic?
Yep.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, I was real pleased, you know?
You're moving on up in the world, true?
Yeah, I'm so used to just like bullshit mail, and I'm used to late checks from companies.
Oh, this is official.
First of all, it came so quick, you know? I mean, it came so quick, it was like it was his first time, okay?
I was trying to think of a joke, like a 17-year-old boy or something like that, but you just beat me to it.
I did. And yeah, no, it was just dope to see, you know?
Remember those remember when your school would give you the opportunity first the book fairs and then like to go, and they would have another fair during like Christmas time and stuff to like be able to get gifts for your mom and dad?
Yeah.
And then like you'd walk in a little single file line, like 3 classes at a time, into the auditorium or wherever, and they'd have to set up a little like gift shop. But your parents would give you the money to spend?
Yes.
Because obviously you're a child?
Yes. Putting a bookmark in what I have to say about this. I remember that, and I'm triggered by that. I'll say why, but go on.
I'm nostalgic about it.
All right. You want to hear this shit?
Yeah.
All right. So they had one of those for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember the exact details, okay? This is one of the craziest things I ever did as a kid. Because up until this point, I was a very respectful, rule-fearing child, okay? I followed the rules as a kid.
He's a nerd.
Pretty much. I went to this gift fair pretty much. I remember it was a pretty brisk November day. I go in, and I thought it was going to be like a bunch of just... Because I didn't have any money. My parents didn't want me to get them the gifts, you know? I thought I was going to go in there, and I was going to see some boring adult shit. They had some of that. But you know what else they had? They had fucking toys, okay?
Yeah, I always ended up getting something for myself.
Yeah, that's what you do. So watch. I was in 2nd grade. I go in there, and I see these 2 beautiful toys. It's remember those little cars where you would they were like half motorized, where you would take them and you would drive them backwards to like charge them up.
The tension would go.
Yep, and then let it go, and that fucking centrifugal would just pop it off, dude. Okay, so it was 2 of those, but on it was do you remember when we went to the con and you bought that monster toy, and it was made of that like rubbery stuff?
Yes.
All right, so it was made of that stuff. It was a monster on top of the car, so you pull it back and the monster charges.
That's dope.
There were 2 beautiful ones. One sort of like purplish gold one, and one fucking blue and green hitter. Ooh. Okay? So I was there with no money, and this thing only goes on for 1 day. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, I have 1 chance here. I was thinking about like just like trying to like, pop those. Just trying to steal them, you know? But I didn't steal things.
No.
So I was just going to call it a day and go, you know? But then, as I left, I saw the woman who lived 2 doors down from me, my babysitter. And I don't know what I thought, but I told her that my parents meant to give me $10 and left it at home. And if she could help me out. And she gave me $10.
Wow.
She gave me $10, and then that day I went home with the toys, so excited. And she came over, just
Called you out.
2 doors down. She came over and asked my parents for the money back, and they were so furious
Because they chose to not give you money.
They didn't even know that this was like a thing, you know, but if they had, they wouldn't have, you know, like that. It was just like a thing, like this one-off thing, like that you get gifts. Mm-hmm. And I went there and I used money I was never going to have I tricked someone to get me gifts for myself.
That's funny.
I actually want to go back because I kept all my toys. I want to go back and find those, you know?
We will when we look through the attic because your mom definitely didn't throw anything away for you because
Definitely.
she know you'd be pissed.
Definitely.
But,
I'd be furious.
Yeah.
One
One time I stole. Well, a couple times, but the first time I stole, I felt really bad for it, and I returned it, and he gave it to me for free because it was.
That's the candy, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It was at a liquor store down the street from where my brothers play baseball.
Damn, a liquor store?
RJ Liquor on Moraga Avenue in San Diego,
you pretty
California.
much robbed the liquor store.
Still standing strong, that liquor store.
You robbed it.
I was halfway back. I took a Tiger's Milk bar for no reason.
Wait, hold on. What's Tiger's Milk?
It's like it's a chocolate peanut butter protein bar.
You stole a protein bar?
Because they're delicious.
God, I thought you stole something good like candy.
No, it basically was candy.
How old were you?
I was like 8.
You were 8 and you stole a protein bar?
Yeah, because they're like tiny and they're the sweetest of the protein bars. Tiger's Milk bars are so good. I never find them here. But that's why. And then I walked halfway down the street back to the park. It was because my friends had money to buy things, I think, and I didn't. But I still wanted something, and that's what I wanted. Because I had those, like, often. So I'm like, oh, just this.
Yeah.
But I felt so bad halfway back to the park, just a block away, that I turned around. And by the time I, like, got to the door, I was, like, in tears explaining it to him. And I didn't even have an excuse. I was just like, my friends and I were here, and I took this. Like, I was so sad and guilty. And he was like, oh. He's like, you can have that. And I was like,
wow.
What?
I bet you felt like shit to eat it, though.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah. I mean, you carried that story. That's in you now.
Yeah.
That story's part of your life now.
Definitely.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. This is not what I wanted to talk about as far as my life goes, but I mean, neither of these stories are. The stolen cars one and now this. Dude, I almost fucking stole something from a similar store by mistake.
Oh.
I was high. You know, I smoked some marijuana, okay? I was with Steve Aranda and Miles.
Did some pot, yeah.
Yeah, I did the pot, okay? And I was, we went to this convenience store, and and I grabbed a soda, and I was looking for chips or candy or something to match the soda, you know, to make it a good meal, okay? And I couldn't find anything, and I was getting so pissed. I remembered, I was just sitting there like, man, this store fucking sucks. They have nothing. So I just go. And
Because you were just like dejected about your choices.
Yeah,
You forgot.
and I was high. And the guy behind the counter just says, hey! And I'm like, oh, he knows we're high, you know? But then he was like, you don't pay! And I was like, oh, the soda's in my hand still. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I didn't mean to, man. You know?
I can't even remember the last time I was that high.
Oh, that's because you smoke to, you know, just live life, right? All right, so I have 2 stories to tell, though.
The one, yeah, you told me yesterday you were saving one for me.
That was the Scholastic Check story.
Oh, good.
Actually, yeah, I have one story to tell now.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you what I think the subtext was of this, and then if you need to know what actually happened, I'll tell you, okay? So I was at CVS, and I mean, the short version is this. The girl behind the counter who rang me up, you know, pretty much told me that she wanted some of this.
What happened?
She did. She told me that she wanted some of this.
She's like, I heard you got a Scholastic check.
Yeah, she said that.
I'm trying to get in on this.
Yeah, she said, I heard that you're gonna be raking it in this year.
Was she cute?
I'll say this. I've seen her many times before there.
Have we? Together?
Oh, yeah. She has, I mean, I don't think that Long Island does any beauty pageants or anything.
No, but Pat and I, where we go to stores and stuff, we'll have like ones where we're like, oh, that one's cute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at each store, there might be 1 or 0.
I'll say this. You wouldn't think she's cute.
Okay.
But while Long Island doesn't have any beauty contests, if they had a waist to ass ratio contest, she would probably be... I'm thinking she would come in 6th on the island.
Wow.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't remember this, girl.
Yeah. I mean, I'll point her out to you next time. But yeah, she told me that she wanted some of this pretty much. Subtextually, she said that.
She was like, wow, I love salt and vinegar chips. Looks like we have something in common.
I mean, that's literally what she said.
Are you serious? I was making a fucking joke about how you hate salt and vinegar chips and bought them for me. What's her number? Call her up right now. Let's go.
Yeah, that's for real what she said.
Salt and vinegar chips, 2.
I can't.
Pat, 0.
I can't believe
Get
this.
fucking wrecked.
Yeah. All right.
Those chips are good.
All right. So yeah.
That's amazing that I guess.
Here's the actual text, right? So I go up to the register, and previously I've been texting
This
with.
is so funny because yeah.
I've been texting with Amy, and I told her that I was gonna go to Target, but I was on the way home. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go to CVS real quick instead."
So when I got home, I was like, "Where the fuck are you?"
Yeah, pretty much. So I texted her that I was at CVS, and does she want anything? Because I already asked her from Target, you know, but she said salt and vinegar chips, and my initial reaction was
Salty.
one, that's the worst chip. That's the worst chip. So, and 2, because it's the worst chip, it's not going to be here. All right. So,
Guess what they had?
they had it. You know, I went looking for them because CVS's chip section isn't. There's not too much volume to it.
Oh, it's scarce, but they still had it. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's almost like people like
it was
those.
actually one of the first ones too. I saw sour cream and onion, which is superior, and then salt and vinegar. You know, even the bag is unattractive to me. You know, so
Was it the light blue one?
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yep,
That's
so-
what we sell at Starbucks.
So I took it, I put it in the cart, and I wheeled it over, and I only had 2 cases of water, a bag of salt and
cases
vinegar
of water.
chips, and I had some of those fucking little hazelnut balls. You know, I had those
Candy?
Ferrero Rochers.
Oh,
okay?
those are good, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fancy.
That's the kind of snack though that one could take you out the game, you know.
It's
like
decadent.
say if you took a bite and you got a little piece of that chocolate leaf in the back of your throat, it could be the end of you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You could end up.
You have another near-death experience
Yeah,
today.
you could end up being mourned, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But so I took the chips up to her, you know. I was very respectful too. Like I could have been like.
Usually.
I need some stamps, and they never had them in their register, so she'd have to turn around and start looking for them, you know? And I could have admired her a little bit, you know? But I would never do that, right? So instead, she decided to admire me. She said to me, ooh, salt and vinegar chips. Those are my favorite.
Yes.
And she you know?
She made that face?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she made the face. She flushed, okay? She went so
God,
red.
you're such a liar.
she started to sweat a little bit too. So she said she for us said that those are her favorite chips.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I wasn't gonna lie to her. I almost told her the truth though.
You're like, my wife likes these. They're fucking gross, is what you almost said, right?
Imagine I was like, actually, these are the fucking worst chips that you have here at CVS. My wife likes these, not me. But she went on about them. She said that she's not eating those right now.
Or maybe you want to eat them right now.
But she that the store has these almonds that are salt and vinegar, and to her they taste the exact same. And she's told me that she feels less guilty about eating those.
Get me those.
I'll get you those next time. Yo, I'll get you those next time, and she'll think that I'm taking her advice.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my God. The saga begins with the CVS lady.
Oh yeah, and the lady behind me, the lady behind me was crazy too. She was first of all, she was very close, you know. Like she wasn't as close as my experience in the Roosevelt Field Mall. In the mall, I was at a Sarku, and there was a young boy. I was just getting my food, and all of a sudden, a young boy was basically trying to be in my body, and I had to just like turn around and be like, "Excuse me, sir." Okay?
Personal space.
Yeah. So it wasn't.
Some people don't get that.
No, it wasn't that close, okay? But it was when she told me that she wasn't cutting, she was just placing something here so she wouldn't have to hold it. She said it so close to my ear, that there was pain.
Oh.
There was a little bit of pain.
She rattled your eardrum.
She
about
did.
It.
She did. Actually, we have Brandon Rizzuto in the comments over here. Brandon, I actually saw. Oh, first of all, you'll remember him from this. Brandon came to our place with very fancy video camera equipment, and
I already remember this.
Yep.
Didn't we? Is this a different person, or did we one time after go to his?
That's a different person.
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon came here and we did a video about Destiny New York and concerts.
Oh yeah.
Paul Braun, we went to his place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love to have friends that are in photography and videography because it's such a cool skill and like our friend David too is like a photographer and everything, and I just think that's so neat to be able to have like in a way connections like that and be able to even like hire people that we know personally to be able to feel comfortable to come into our home with professional equipment and stuff and do things like that. I think we're lucky.
Wait a second.
Huh.
Am I tripping? Or did you not say that you have 2 stories of stealing?
Oh, I wasn't going to go into the other one.
You can't say 2 and then tell 1.
Because the other time I was like low-key arrested.
But, well, that's a better story then.
So stupid.
Talk about it. I mean, do you have any outstanding fucking warrants or anything?
No. It was like, because first of all, I was only like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Second of all, I'm not like a violent offender by any means.
Oh, hey, sorry, real quick. I cut my story off.
Oh.
I just want to say, Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him in the city. It was such a weird occurrence. You know, like there are so many people in the city. I have no idea, but this is how quick I saw him. You know, in Penn Station, how you leave by escalator, you know, and the other ones come up. He was coming up as I was leaving.
You're like,
he said, "Pat," and I said, "Hey," and that was
you
the whole
both
shit.
moving. You didn't even have a choice.
It's the whole
but
shit.
to get away from each other.
You know, the fucking Bittersweet Symphony starts playing.
Nice.
All right, so you are a thief.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But I went to classes.
Wait. No, tell the whole story.
I'm going to.
All right.
So when I was like a sophomore in high school, I thought I was the coolest shit ever. And I thought it was super cool to make like 2 dreadlocks in my hair and smoke weed every
For
fucking
real?
day. Yeah.
You made dreadlocks in
I
your
had
hair?
2 dreadlocks in my hair and they
Wow.
were wrapped in hemp with a bead at the end.
You're about to get canceled, okay?
I was young, forgive me. So, and then like my friend and I, we were not going down a regular path, okay?
Okay.
And at this point, I kind of like thank my dad for being kind of the strict dad that he was in a way, because like he would see me like hooking up with friends that were like sketchy.
He called you hooking up?
No, but like hanging with them, becoming really good friends with them, doing what they do. And he'd be like, no, that's not you.
Wow.
And then I look back now and these people don't have the life that I would want. Like,
So you think he had a good judge of character?
I think he did in a way. Like, he's very judgmental. Sometimes he's too judgmental and he's too close-minded. But when it was over the top and he felt like he had to be like, don't hang out with this person anymore.
Shit. You know, he does have good judge of character.
He was right most of the time.
Didn't he also, didn't he one time point out a karate instructor
Yes.
that had more in common with R. Kelly than Mr. Miyagi?
A drama teacher.
Damn, for real?
Remember Mr. Danny?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
First
this
of all,
girl.
there's never been a man named Mr. Danny who hasn't.
He used to have this big stone Native American ring because he was like full-blood Native American.
Yeah.
And he would wear the jewelry and everything. And every time the kids were talking loud in the auditorium, he would take the stone and turn it inside out and wrap the stone on the table, and it would echo throughout the whole auditorium. Whack, 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 until everyone was quiet.
It's getting pretty racist.
What do you mean? It was just a big, like, red stone. I remember that.
You can't call a Native American a pedophile.
Those were just 2 things that he was, separately. Not towards me or anything. I wasn't, like, a victim of his.
Your dad, he saved you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, he saved you.
He took me out of the karate class and stuff. But whatever. So anyway, my dad is like, he would do that. He would be like, don't hang out with this person anymore.
Yeah.
And
Perceptive.
And I would listen to him because I lived with him, so she wouldn't come over anymore. I wouldn't be able to go to her house, this and that. And this happened. He said he had this talk about this girl after we got fucking arrested at TJ Maxx.
Damn. Okay.
Because you know those big hippie bags that's like, you know, they go over your shoulder and they're all cloth.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I have
you have one right
still.
here.
My mom has
Yeah.
gotten me one before.
Yeah.
We would go into the store, like we would skip school like four days a week. I swear to God.
I thought you were a good student.
It was a mix.
How would you ever pass if?
In elementary school, everyone thought I was gonna be the fucking president.
Wow.
Then in middle school, I kind of dropped off. I started smoking weed. I like started dating people, and I was more interested in that. I'm just very like social, too social to be studious.
You've always been social.
Yeah, like I would rather hang out and get to know someone and their like history and everything than to like do homework or whatever.
Yeah.
I just didn't. But then I got into theater, and I had to get good enough grades to do theater. And I had a couple teachers that really believed in my theater abilities that they would like pass me because I was high D, and they would make it a C. I like barely graduated with like a 2.0 average at the end of the high school career.
Oh wow.
And then, so yeah, like I kind of, since I think because I've always been like an addictive sort of personality, when I was younger, it was schoolwork and it was spelling bees. Like I would get first place in like essay writing contests. I remember I won hella tickets to like SeaWorld, trips to Legoland, to go to like little ceremonies.
Okay.
Like you'd go to the thing, get your little award, and then your reward was you got to spend the day at Legoland. That's because I wrote like a 2-page essay about my grandparents and how they like started their life here on a farm and shit like that, and I sent it out and I won.
That's so much more popular than the rewards that we received in school. If I won something.
But it was like a statewide thing.
No, yeah, we didn't have that.
Oh, okay.
What I won in school was I wrote an essay and I won a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's still pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
You feel like a winner at that age, you know? You get a free pizza for your work.
I thought Pizza Hut too was like the pinnacle of pizza.
Right.
All right,
I still do.
So what did you steal from TJ Maxx?
So anyway, so we thought we were like these little entrepreneurs. We're like, oh, fuck it, we're skipping school, but we're going to make money because we're hippies and we're artists. So our plan, it was like a scheme. It was like a scheme. Like, in the Michael's Arts and Crafts section is all the beads and stuff and all the hemp and everything. And we knew how to make jewelry and stuff like that. So this is what we do. Get dropped off at school, take the bus or walk away from school to the store with our empty-ass bags, fill the bags, and then take the bus to the beach, sit on the beach all day, smoke weed, make the bracelets, and then sell them to our friends when we went to school.
How much were you selling for?
It was like $2.
Damn. You started this. You were like, that's like next level above lemonade stand.
We were mad. We thought we were so smart. But we weren't, because we'd go in, the bags would be like empty, and then we'd leave and they'd be full. So one time we got a little carried away. We would do it at Michael's and everything, and we're like, oh, we want bathing suits and we want like more shit, right? So we go to TJ Maxx with the same idea. Oh, no. They were watching us the whole time. They watched our bags get bigger there was a video of like me putting something in the bag.
They showed you the video?
Yes.
That's
and they
savage.
showed my mom. Because what happened was they detained us in the room at TJ Maxx. There's like a back room.
Yeah.
Like a security room. So they detained us there, and my mom had to come get me.
You know what I was just thinking? I just said this. There would be...
It was like one of the most embarrassing things in my life. Because I've never had problems like my parents always got me what I needed and then what I wanted.
Yeah.
All I had to do was like make a fucking PowerPoint about it stating my case, or like mow the lawn, clean my dad's car, you know? Because my dad's like, if you want something, work for it. And that was it. So there was no reason except for like the thrill of it and like just trying to beat the system.
It's crazy that that's crazy to hear, because that's not my experience with you and your dad. Like, historically, like, you've been afraid to ask your dad for free stuff. I remember your dad straight up had a bonus extra iPad he didn't want, and he said, who wants that? And no one's did anything. I texted you, say you want that. You know?
Yeah, because I guess it was different with things like that, but like my dad spent his money more on like family trips
Yeah.
and like sports equipment
Word.
and things like if like we would go to the beach, we'd have like boogie boards, snorkel gear, goggles, fins, like things like that where he's like, oh, this contributes to a good time. But if it's something he doesn't understand why you want it,
Okay.
you know, like for example, my brothers always wanted like nice shoes. You know, they wanted like the Nikes, the this and that. My dad would insist on going to the sporting goods store and just getting shoes.
Word.
He's like, it's so much less expensive. That's stupid to want those expensive shoes. So we never got those until we got our own jobs.
Yeah.
And then we could start like getting the stuff we actually wanted. But if my dad doesn't understand because it's like a trend or he doesn't like it himself, like he would fucking wait in line since 3 a.m. on a Black Friday to get like some really expensive baseball bat that my brother doesn't even really want. But my dad's like, this is the best baseball bat. You need this baseball bat. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, thanks, you know? But it's just like he has a different mindset about it.
Yeah. No, I mean, that I understand. Mm-hmm. It must have been embarrassing to see that video, though.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Though, I'll say this, right? It doesn't apply because of your age at the time, but I can't think of something more arousing, right, than to watch a video of you stealing. Like, say...
no, I've never, ever stole from a store again since that time because the embarrassment and, like, the utter just, like, wow, I'm a piece of shit feeling that consumed me during that entire time. And then months after when I had to go to classes and sit with a bunch of, like, skeevy kids that were, like, no offense, way worse off than me.
Yeah.
Like... Probably not all of them, but I remember being like, I don't belong here. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
I never, ever have stolen from a store ever again since then. Because I can't. I'm terrified of getting caught. Yeah. So it was worth it. It was worth getting in trouble because now I'm not a
you were
thief.
scared straight. You know?
Hell yeah. That's exactly right.
But, I mean, I feel like there should be a Pornhub account.
I'm scared bisexual.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
There should be a Pornhub account, right? Where they just upload videos.
Chicks stealing in stores?
Yeah, of like, say...
Like put it in their bra or something?
Yeah, say it's a young mom, you know, with a few tattoos here that are showing through her spaghetti strap, you know, and she's at Target, right? And she has like, say she's buying a towel, she scans it, you know, it goes through. She has a bottle of Advil, she scans it, it goes through. And then she has a book, and she just goes like this, and she just puts it right in the bag, and then makes eye contact with the camera.
You're a sicko.
Come on, yo, you know?
He likes those bad yells.
We have comments in the chat from Randall Begins. I'm here now. What did I miss? Randall, you missed nothing. We waited the whole podcast for you, you know?
Like,
yeah, we just put it on pause, dude. Zach O'Connor says, hello, Pat and Amy. Zach, hello. What's going on, man? It's nice to hear from you, dude. Oh, hey, the comments are actually starting to pop in the regular chat, too.
Nice. Can we talk about your great shiny Pokemon luck lately, or what?
Yeah.
Going in. And you're going to the city tomorrow again, right?
Yeah, I'm going to the city for 3 reasons. I want to get shiny Sentret, right? Because it's the Pokemon Ultra Bonus Week 1, all right? So right now, shiny Sentret and shiny Gligar out there. And dude, let me tell you something about shiny Gligar, right? Amy was driving. I was on the passenger side of my wife's ride. Trying to catch a shiny fucking dude. She was driving, you know, and when you come to a stop while driving, some Pokemon might pop up. Say what's up in your car.
Yeah, because if you're going too fast, they won't register.
Correct. Oh, and let me just break this down.
But luckily, we're on Main Street Port Jeff, so it's like always kind of slow.
Right. I just want to break this down, too, for those who don't play Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Go, right, a Pokemon comes up. In almost every case, it's a regular Pokemon, okay? It's a regular Pokemon. Which means, like, say, it's just... If you click Pikachu, he looks how you expect him to look. But you have a 1 in 450 chance that if you click it, it's a shiny version of that Pokemon. And shiny is a rare breed of that species of Pokemon that has a little different hue to it or a fully different color.
Some of them are way different, and some of them are just a hint different, but they're still different.
Yes. Gligar normally, he is he's fuchsia, okay? He's a fuchsia sort of
Anal bead looking.
Oh, you stole my fucking bit. Ooh, I said
just adding on.
I said butt, and you said anal bead looking. Yeah, I was gonna say he's that fucking butt pleasurer, you know. He brings you that backdoor happiness, right? Right?
Somebody, not me.
He brings me that backdoor happiness, you know, dude. But so almost every Gligar you click, he's gonna be that fucking fuchsia cheek spreader. Okay. I pressed him. Did I see fucking Blue the dog's girl Pink or whatever her name was from Blue's Clues? Nah. I saw.
Oh, I remember her.
Oh yeah, I saw this fucking glimmering, shining lavender boy, right?
Yeah, it's like blue purple.
Fucking shiny Gligar, yo.
And also my favorite, if you watch it the whole time, like when you hit it or when you touch it to encounter the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Once you're there, in the very beginning, there's like a burst of sparkles that's around it.
Exactly.
And that's like the shiny part too.
Beautiful.
It's like, I'm here.
We have comments from Randall saying, if you could name a Pokemon, what would you name it? Chandazar, Pikachu.
Ooh.
Chandazar's pretty
both
good.
great.
Yeah. I mean, of those two, probably go Chandazar. I like the silly names too. Like
I like Pikachu.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, what I like in a Pokemon, like, is when it's a very simple thing. Like, there's a cat Pokemon named Skitty, right? There's a seal Pokemon. Oh, dude, this is the best. I love when Pokemon is just a little bit lazy, right? There's a seal Pokemon named Seal, Seel. And then,
Just change one letter.
dude, there's a different seal Pokemon named Spheal.
You know why, right? Because he's a sphere seal.
Yo, I didn't know that.
He's like
Wow.
exactly spherical. He's a circle with a tail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, say
There's seal, and then there's the sphere seal. Spheal.
that's why
That's what Pokemon's so funny.
I was actually just talking to someone about like how when editorial is too restrictive, it can kind of limit someone's creativity. I'm thinking if I were the editor on Pokemon and someone pitched Spheal to me, I might have been like, dude, like, Seal's already iconic. That's a bit too close to Seal. We would have missed out on Spheal because of me. You know?
How dare you?
Yeah.
My favorite kind of Pokemon is the ones that are based on animals in real life, like Mudkips and Axolotl.
Yeah. Oh, Mudkip is that little water boy, you know?
Horsey is a seahorse.
Yep.
Like, it makes me feel like it could be found in real life, like
Yeah.
an animal.
Yeah, and that's why I like. See, I'm in these Pokemon chats, right?
Chi-Chi's so sexy right now.
Yeah, I would show it to you, but last time I moved the
Yeah, we're all
computer,
wired
I unplugged the mic. Dude, all right, so I'm in these Pokemon chats, and I like them because they let me know when raids are going on, and there's some pretty cool conversations.
Yeah, like updates.
Yeah, but dude, well, you know what I'm tired of? And this is not just Pokemon, this is overall. Hey, stop complaining about everything, right?
Yeah.
God, dude, come on.
It's like a new form of like complaining about a TV show or something like that, like hate watching. It's like people play and then they like. I even heard when we went to dinner after, because yesterday we went down to legendary Port Jeff.
Yeah.
And I invited a couple friends.
Yeah, we did raid hour, yeah.
And after we went and had dinner right on Main Street there, and I even overheard in the lobby someone say, stupid centric everywhere.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, out loud. And I'm like, bro, first of all, do you not know what's going on with them? Like,
Yeah.
Are you not stoked on the fucking pink ferret? Or are you just like, it's not good enough for you? It's not a cool enough Pokemon.
I'm so pissed to hear that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, have fun or don't, you know?
Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's what it's for. And that's another thing that clicked in my head since when I re-downloaded it. Like you said, you noticed when I didn't catch the legendary at one of the raids, I wasn't super pissed.
Yeah.
Why? Because I can thank Pokemon Go for going outside and walking by the water, meeting the people that we've met. I walked this lady's dog when we Pokemon. There's so much good stuff going around because of Pokemon Go. It's not just the game, but it's because of the game. Yeah. So I'm thankful. Like, I like to play it no matter what. If I didn't get it, I didn't get it. I'll try again next time. And I know in my head, Pat probably has fucking doubles or triples anyway. Yeah. Because he plays hard.
That was, yeah, I'm glad that you feel that way. Cause
I love it.
Yeah, because I remember...
And it's brought us, like, even more close, which I didn't even think was possible. We even have more to talk about, which I didn't even think was possible.
Yeah, you said that it's making me more social.
Yeah, with other people. Like, I'll see, like, Pat, usually he's either working. Whenever I used to see, like, Pat, like, on his phone or whatever, I never got offended and I never think who you're talking to because I always assume, like, oh, he's working. He's talking to an editor. He's talking to an artist, this and that. And now it's either that, and I like to think, too, because I sometimes look over and you're just, like, bantering with Pokemon people, talking about meeting up. You go meet up with people for trades. Like, you always bring someone for safety just in case, but you're meeting people and talking to people about similar interests. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I like to see that because I'm very social.
I like to do it, and I like it how it kind of broadens me but limits the interaction. Like, it's still mostly about Pokemon.
Yeah, it's so I don't know how to say, like, narrow in a way because, like, I was telling my friends yesterday, I don't even know these people's names, but we see them every week.
Yeah, we know the names of the Pokemon they caught and their dog.
Yeah.
I don't know the children. Know their names.
And it was funny when Kim was like, I'm Kim.
Yeah.
I'm like...
And they didn't say names at all.
No, they're like, cool.
Yeah.
We're here to Pokemon.
Definitely. So we have some comments and questions in the chat. Randall asks us, let's get some real questions going tonight. What's for dinner tonight?
Ooh, we already had dinner. It was really good.
It was good, but you don't think it was as good as I do.
Well,
I'll say that much.
My one thing was the mashed potatoes were not as hot as I wanted them to be.
I'll tell you this.
So I waited even longer to eat them, and I was full by the time I...
See, that the waiting was your issue. Because I'll tell you this. As I was eating them, you know what I thought?
Too hot?
Nope. I thought, these are the best mashed potatoes I've ever had.
Well, they were good because they were, like, chunky. But my favorite part was the diced tomatoes and basil.
Yeah, that was the worst part to me.
I love tomatoes.
Yeah.
Over chicken. Yeah. Really tender chicken. And it was like this panko bread crust with Italian seasoning.
Yep.
And it was so nice and, like, crispy on the outside, but it was, like, soft. It was like a layer of, like, soft bread underneath it.
Yeah, it was that HelloFresh, know?
HelloFresh is really good to us.
Yeah, and hey, guess what? We're not sponsored, but we would be, though.
Hell yeah, I represent them hard.
I'll be sponsored by anyone, Yeah. Hey, if you decide, say the Pokemon company.
We might actually have a potential sponsor.
Oh, I know about that. Okay. But yeah, let's talk about that off air. Because I know the result of that one.
Gotcha.
But say if the Pokemon company wanted to make an actual anal bead set out of Gligar. We're in. Okay? And you wouldn't.
The ad would be like, not for me, but for someone else.
Oh, dude, I would say for me. I wouldn't use them. But hey, I'm not going to use any of those products. Say if Quip, the toothbrush company, sponsors us, you'll use it.
Hell yeah. I already want a Quip toothbrush.
You want a Quip?
I already want a Quip. Quip is hard to say, toothbrush.
Quip, Damn, you want a Crip. Do you ever Crip walk?
No.
You know how?
No.
It looks very hard.
It does.
Yeah.
Dancing is hard. Remember I thought I was going to learn how to dance?
Yo, you were in the room going like this.
I think it's really cool when people pop and lock and shit.
We have another question from Randall as well. Randall says, should they make Pokemon variant covers for like DC or Marvel? Nah, I don't know, dude. To me, it's two different things. Like, I know that Zenoscope, who is a company I used to work for, likes to do parody covers. Oh my god, they put out such a fucking funny cover. They put out this cover of this girl in like a Sonic cosplay, and you see her underboobs, and I saw that and I was just dying. I was like, who is this for? Like, who's that for?
Yeah.
God.
Nerds.
That's for those furries, yo.
Yeah.
True. But hey, so now I wouldn't want that personally because I don't really give a fuck about that kind of thing. I would more want like a full color Pokemon comic. Like I feel like these companies, I know that they did a tie-in, like an adaptation of the recent film Detective Pikachu. But I would want comics set in that universe rather than just telling that story again. Like I would love a Pokemon Go comic where maybe every month it tells a story about that event that's going on that month.
Yeah, because I like to read online on like wiki fandom and stuff, the history of different Pokemon and things like that. Like when we read about Latias and Latios.
Oh yeah, those are your favorite.
They all have really cool stories. I could like think of stories, little issues of comics that with those. So those would be fun to read.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, what else? What else? I feel like there's a few things that I wanted to cover here. Let's see. We talked about the Scholastic check,
Talk about my criminal career.
Talked about the criminal career. Talked about how the girl at CVS really wanted me,
She wanted my chips.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
She just didn't even know.
We talked about how we stole things, You got anything else?
I don't know. I was actually thinking about asking you to go to the cider house for like 1 hour so I could have a cider, but...
When?
Right now.
Tonight?
Yeah, it's Thursday. Dueling pianos.
You know what? I guess it's earlier. It's earlier than I thought it was.
I was off at 1 today and I took a nap.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to be in bed by 10. So if we can close this up, we could probably do that.
But I'm not sure yet. Like, I was just thinking about asking you. Because I could also just shower and go to bed because I've been not getting a lot of sleep at night.
I
could go either way. I could go out and have 2 ciders, or I could go to sleep.
I don't know why that's so surprising me about you. It's like, I don't have the multiple choice shit in my head.
I constantly never do not.
You know what you'll have? You'll have... Oh, your mind is that fucked up Scantron where it's been erased over and over. You'll give that Scantron in.
And they're like, which bubble fucking is it?
Yeah, it's like, all right, out of A, B, C, D, E, B is selected. It's darkened in, but A, C, D, and E are a little bit gray still because you erased those shits.
Those before.
Yeah, you got that Scantron mind. Absolutely.
No, if there's like one word to describe me, it's indecisive, definitely.
I don't like to say that because that sounds mean, but that's what you are.
No, it's not mean. I'm indecisive every day about like anything.
Yeah.
About where we're gonna go to lunch. About like even I'm indecisive about like what street we're gonna drive on. Like, all of a sudden, I started driving differently home from Port Jeff because I just like couldn't decide if that was the right way.
That was a wild choice. That choice, I'm just gonna say it. It impeded us.
I know. I've since corrected it. Okay. I can never decide on anything.
Randall says, "What do you think of the upcoming Joker movie?" I mean, personally,
I haven't seen the preview.
Yeah, you have. We watched it together.
Was it a while ago?
Yeah, it's Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor.
Right.
I think it looks good. I think that, it's going the two extreme ways where people who haven't seen it are saying it's going to be this like cinematic masterpiece, and then people are saying it's going to inspire a bunch of alt-right nonsense just because of what if the story is the Joker's an incel, dude. Hey, shut up, you both. Okay, hey, be stupider. One, it's a movie. 2, we haven't seen it yet. That's my take.
When's it come out?
I don't even know.
It's that far out?
I really don't know. But I know it's not out yet.
What about this Birds of Prey?
Oh, Birds of Prey teaser trailer. What are your thoughts? Yeah, Randall asks, what are our thoughts on the Birds of Prey teaser trailer? I mean, I don't want to disappoint you, but Birds of Prey is this DC comic that's going to be this TV series. And I like DC's characters a lot. But DC puts out so many TV shows based on their comics that I don't watch any of them. It's overwhelming, Like, I would rather just watch the Marvel movies and then spend the rest of my time watching non-comics content. I wish them all the best, But I honestly, I don't care. You know?
You love like good TV and movies and a good story, but you're not like a specific comics fan.
Yeah,
Like you wrote comics because you were hired to do it.
Yeah,
and then you got into it.
And I do love comics.
Of course.
I love
but
good
it's
comics.
not like, because some people, comics is like the only thing they read.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And they love it, and they like live for those universes.
Right, and
that's a big fan of like comics.
Yes.
Number one, and that's awesome. We see a lot of those people at conventions and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And cosplaying and everything. But you're like more of a universal.
Yeah.
Watcher of and reader of content, I feel.
Yeah, because the form doesn't matter to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that because I write comics, it people expect me to be on. And I'm not saying that this is what Randall's doing.
No.
But I think that largely people assume that I just watch all this stuff too, and that's not the case. You know,
I mean,
like,
if we had time to, we'd totally.
I mean, if I had time
it
to,
out.
first what I would do is watch the Marvel Netflix shows that kind of like tie in together, because that'd be cool. And it's like a part of that universe that I haven't explored yet. But dude, you know, like I haven't even been able to watch the full final season of Orange is the New Black, and that's one of my favorite shows ever. You know,
know.
and it's been out for like 2 months now. Oh, and Randall,
That's my fault.
Randall follows up the first week of October for the Joker. Dude, that's crazy. That's a whole month off, and people are already saying it's going to be either good or harmful to society. I'm like, come on, yo. And then Randall, this will be our last question. Comments. Did you watch The Boys? Now, The Boys is an adaptation of a comic from Dynamite by Garth Ennis. And Garth Ennis is a great writer. And I actually, I almost just fucking beheaded you, you know?
Slicey.
That one I'll probably watch before I would watch Birds of Prey or any of the superhero shows. I know it has some of that content, but it seems... It seems more along the lines of an indie success becoming a mainstream TV hit, you know? So that I'll check out. I want to check out Preacher, which is also a comic by Garth Ennis that has been adapted.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
That one by Seth Rogen and
Nice.
and Evan Goldberg are the showrunners of that.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that one too.
Seth Rogen's so talented.
Oh, he's amazing. Can't be understated how amazing he is, and how every time he's brought up, my mom says that he reminds her so much of me.
In personality and looks, yeah.
She loves to say that.
She loves that. And she also loves Ed Sheeran because he's a ginger too.
That's so crazy that she compares me physically to them both, and those two dudes couldn't look more different, you know?
It's the red hair. I know it.
Yeah.
Even I do that.
Yeah.
There'll be someone that comes into Starbucks that like looks nothing like you, except they have the same color beard.
Yeah, you probably see the beard, you
And
see
I
like
immediately
a big
think
front
Patrick.
bulge in their pants.
I'm like, oh
probably
yeah,
clock.
Pat.
Yeah. You'll see a bag of salt and vinegar chips in his hand.
I'm like, oh yeah, our new girlfriend at CVS.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, Randall says, "Hey, stop that shit. I'm talking to you, okay?
I heard you.
I'm talking to you." She's over here acting like a fucking cat. She's acting like Neil when he is just trying to get my attention, but she's taking the stool we have and just slamming it over the floor over and over again. So if you hear some interruptions during the podcast, it's you. Oh, I'll actually end with this story. Interruptions. Amy's in the shower, right? I have 2 stories about you, actually. One, Amy's in the shower. I'll make it quick. Randall, who's
It's a good story in itself.
in this chat. Oh,
Bars.
Randall's who is in this chat right now. I've been kind of going back and forth with him. He'll post and tag me in a picture of his food, and dude, he eats the worst fucking slop. You know, the meals that Randall eats, you could fucking give to, like, say there was a city of people, a town that were raised on only farm fresh ingredients, right? If you fed them Randall's dinners for a month, it'll be fucking Chernobyl, okay? Their faces are melting off, you know, like
my God.
some guy goes and nose out of his butt cheeks, you know. That's what would happen if Randall fed these people. So Randall will tag me in his meals, and I'll do, I call them nasty dinner wraps. I'll respond with one of those and post it online. So watch this. Here's a little bit behind the scenes. I record. I do like 3 takes. I'll do one to like think of stuff. I'll do a second one to try to get it right. If it doesn't go right, I'll do it a third time just to get it right. So, and I'll do them quick. You know, they're mostly just freestyle. So, I did the third one. It was about to be the end. I was finishing the last bar, and Amy just starts speaking in the background. So loud. And I was just like, oh, hey, I'm recording a video. And she's like, oh, sorry. And she just goes about her business. And then I go round 4. I'm rapping. I am in the middle of a bar. I'm pretty loud. And we're about as far apart as if I took a little piece of paper and flicked it. She's where the paper would end up, distance-wise. She's very close. So how could you not hear me, right?
I must have been inside my head or something. Because I literally didn't hear you.
And this is 30 seconds at the last interruption. Just starts speaking so loud. Mid-bar. And I remember I said, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's disrespectful. So the final comment is my final story about you, actually. Last night.
Oh my god.
All right, so
Trying to give me a fucking heart attack.
here I'm gonna start with this, right?
Asshole.
This might be a controversial statement, and I mean no disrespect to anyone harmed, right? But they might want to have a new name for Hurricane Dorian, because what Amy did last night.
Oh, did I pee a lot?
Did you pee a lot?
I wasn't even awake. That's why you scared me so bad.
It was like this. Picture the largest super soaker you've ever seen, right? Now take 5.
Oh my god.
And blast them for 5 straight minutes into that fucking bowl, dude. Okay? God! I was... and what I did was I just posted up by the door, okay?
And I'm like... didn't even look up because I'm like half asleep. Like this.
No. It was like the Ring, you know? She was sitting on the bowl like this, for real.
I'm tired.
Hanging her head,
get up to pee.
hair hanging down in ropes.
The reason it was so
Ooh.
much is because I waited so long to get
Yeah.
up because I really didn't want to, and then fucking this happens.
Dude.
And I knew there was a reason I didn't want to get up.
That's why they call you the bladder blast.
Officially.
That shit was crazy. So
Talk about how you're an asshole now.
So watch. I posted up by the door. The door's open, and I just like say this is the door, right? And she's in here. I was like this.
Creeping on me.
Silently.
Silently.
Half face visible. So if she looked up, she would have seen me. She's walking out of the bathroom. She's asleep pretty much. And do you ever if you have cats, you know this fucking move that she did, right? Say you just want to be a little bit evil, right? Say a cat is walking past, and you just like take your foot on the floor and shift it, and the cat, their whole body just shoots up into the air. That's what happened with you. Oh my god!
And I screamed audibly.
As you walked down, you saw. I'll tell you something. Ah! Her eyes went from like this. She said, "Whoop!" It was crazy.
It was so fucking scary. I have no idea why you think that that's a good fucking idea. But it sucked.
Here's my question. Were you actually mad because you hugged me right away?
Well, yeah, because I'm glad you weren't a fucking murderer.
Were you mad after that?
No. But I was terrified in the moment, yes.
I did feel this morning, right?
Oh my god.
This morning, I don't know what happened. Oh, you woke up and I wanted to check. I forgot to put my alarm on my phone. So I asked you to pass my phone, and I felt that when you passed it, there's a bit of aggression left over in there, you know?
Maybe it was subconscious because it was fucking scary.
You know? So how do you feel about me doing that now, though?
Annoyed.
You're annoyed, really?
I'm annoyed that it happened, yes.
Really?
Yes. It was unnecessary.
But hold on. I have an honest question for you. Now that we're talking about it, and be honest, do you think it's a little bit funny?
Yeah, I was obviously laughing just now about it.
Yeah, boy. Right? That's funny.
Oh my god.
So you're glad I did it, right?
No. Space between.